Hi everyone, it's Susan from SusanWinter.net. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to talk today about emotional meltdowns, what you can do in real time, because I've had a number of clients that have had really serious emotional meltdowns. I mean, like they go right down, 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 down. And sometimes a completely level-headed, rational person can have a moment where somebody says something, or they hear a song, or there's some convergence of events that can unwind you. What do you do? These things hardly come at convenient times or in convenient locations. I had a friend here a little while back who had heard something in passing from another person about somebody in their past. A completely rational person went into an absolute meltdown in a public location. And was amazed watching the process that this happened to them. So here's how it happens, and here's what you can do about it. 1, if you're in private and you have a thought or a remembrance or something that happens to you and you can feel yourself going down, give yourself 5 minutes. Look at your watch, set it on your phone, 5 minutes, indulge in the whatever, oh, I'm so sad, I can't believe Stuart left me, oh my God, Stuart was the only one, whatever. Go through it. When that beeper goes off, focus on your life, focus on your goals, go back to whom you were. Here's the weird thing is that sometimes we're not done with a situation. Oftentimes, just to get through life and to do the next important thing, we may choose to repress or push aside emotions that are too difficult to work with. Or something current can bump against something old that's the real wound. For example, I remember when my father died, my mother didn't shed a tear. Not through the funeral, not through all the cards she wrote, not through all the thank yous, not through everything. About 1.5 years later, our dog died. My mother lost it. Lost it. She was in bed for 2 weeks. Now, was it the dog? Of course, we love our dogs. The dog was the thing that hit the wound and everything started coming out. You see, these things have to process. And for some of us, in some cultures, in some social strata, we are taught not to indulge in these emotions, not to the stiff upper lip, or if you're a man, perhaps to repress it altogether. So when something happens, it can hit up against this original wound that has not been processed, and then the floodgates open. Now, what happens in a true meltdown, it isn't just that you experience the sadness from the trigger or from the true event. It's that you grab all these other broken toys as you're going down the rabbit hole. And I could envision it like seeing myself as a little girl. And I think I've talked about gathering all your broken toys. Like you have a little dolly with a broken arm, and you're sitting in the middle of your room, and then you look at the dolly, and then you look at some other little thing, and the eye is cockeyed, and your little pony has a broken tail, and then you start to look at all the sadness. So this is what the mind does. We have the original sentence or a bit of information or a song. We have the original thing that triggers the thought. That would have been enough. That's where you can do the 5 minutes, right? But then it grabs onto something else because the mind likes to work in a sequence. So if you allow it, if you indulge the mind, it will grab other things. I'm no good. Nobody ever really wants me. I don't know that I'll ever find somebody. I never got the job I wanted. I've always been cursed. I don't know, whatever it is. You're just going to just start grabbing everything. This is how you end up in a hole that you really can't get out of. So you need to know what happens in the transit to going into a meltdown. If you can focus on the one factor and let your mind stay on that one thought for the 5 minutes or 2 minutes, however long you need to indulge, and if you're at home in private, journal about it. Do yourself a favor. Don't take on another issue and another and another and another, because now you're just gathering that momentum and it's not going to help you. It is normal to have delayed process for some issues in our life. We try to process them, but in real time, that is the methodology, to acknowledge it, understand it, and really discipline your mind not to grab onto all the other things, because that creates a weight that makes you go down and is hard to get back up. So emotional meltdowns can be observed, honored, processed, packaged, and set aside as a part of your healing. Try to think about those steps the next time something catches you. And beware of the mind. It's a trickster. It will try desperately to grab another negative thought. As long as we're here with one, let's grab another. Oh, here's another negative thought about myself. Oh, this is fun. Okay? Try to resist that temptation. Everyone, thank you so much for all your great questions. Thank you for your participation on this channel, and thank you for your support. I really, truly appreciate it, and I wish you well.